The only dual meet they lost a year ago was to UCLA. Greg Foster has the meet record here from UCLA. Magnificent hurdler, set at 1980. The qualifying standard is 1388. And we've got the lane assignment set up here for you, Don. We'll run those down for you as in lane 3 from UCLA will be Derek Knight. You'll see Rod Jett of California in lane 4, Kevin Young of the Bruins in lane 5, Pat Duffy from California in lane 6, Raymond Young, not related, the Young brothers, lane 7, I should say the young men, they're not related, and Kevin McPherson of Cal is in lane 8. Off their best times, it would appear that Rod Jett, Vic, is the man that could win this for California.
Just a couple of weeks ago, he ran a personal record 13:99. He had a great meet at the Pac-10 championships last year, second in the high hurdles. He led off the 4x400 relay team that also finished second. Rod Jett, Cal needs Rod Jett in this race. Rod Jett has to win this race if Cal is going to have a chance to win this meet.
For those of you who may have just joined our prime ticket telecast at this dual meet, because both the Bruins and the Bears have the colors of blue and gold, of course, the Bruins are running in the uniform that has the gold trunks, and the Bears of California in the blue trunks. So that might help you differentiate, unless you are personally acquainted with these athletes. So the Bruins running in the gold trunks and the Bears running in the blue trunks. And there you see the hurdles, 110 meters high hurdles. Running right to left, and in lane 3 again, Derek Knight. In lane 4, there's Derek Knight. In lane 4 will be Rod Jett from California, and he would be, off previous times, the man who could win this. Kevin Young of UCLA is running out of lane 5. From California, that's Pat Duffy running in lane 6. Raymond Young, and the Youngs are not related, of UCLA running in lane 7. In lane 8 is Kevin McPherson of California. Remember,
Duffy,
5 to the winner, 3 points to second place and a point to third. Go ahead, Vic, excuse me.
Duffy was the leading qualifier in the Pac-10 championships last year. His block slipped in the final. He's another man to watch.
This one's liable to be over almost before it gets started now. Keep your eye on lane number 4. That's Derek Knight, but just to your right, why, you're going to see Rod Jett. Kevin Young running in lane 5. They're in the blocks and set. Keep your eye on the second lane from the top. That's Jett as they go over the first hurdles. Well,
Duffy out very well.
Indeed, Duffy's got a big lead, and Jett is running a poor third. And it looks take second and third. And Duffy it is winning it with Kevin Young coming in second. And I think Raymond Young coming up to get third place. But Duffy, a surprise winner. We thought Jett might be it. And Duffy, you said he was the best qualifier. And true to your comments about him, Duffy picks up the victory. Take another look at it, and there you see Pat Duffy. Boy, he got off in a hurry.
A very good young hurdler, Pat Duffy. He's a junior. He ran 13:86 last year. And the key in a race like this, especially with the rain, is to concentrate on your lane, not to look around. You see Duffy's running very smart here. He's running a very smart race. You don't want to get involved with the other people in the race, and that's a tendency for young hurdlers oftentimes.
Duffy is the man third from the right on your screen, coming right into your living room. That's Duffy. He's going to be the eventual winner. Jett, who was second from the left. I don't know whether he never really got out of the blocks or what, but he was never a...
Now, Pat Duffy could win the Pac-10 championship this year. Pat Duffy might have won it last year if they hadn't had the problems in the with his block slipping in the finals in the Pac-10 championships. A very fine young hurdler here, Pat Duffy, and that's a big victory for Cal here. Cal needed this. They really needed a win here in the 110-meter high hurdles to stay in this meet.
Kevin Young and Raymond Young finishing second and third, 5-4 in points. California taking that. Let's go back to the pole vault event, and Brett, of course, he is the son of standing by down at the infield, and he's got the winner, Pat Duffy. Dwight, let's hear from the winner.
Tom, I do have Pat Duffy down here, and Pat, I think from what I saw in the information, you're a little bit of a surprise winner in this particular event. Rod Jett and yourself were supposed to take 1-2, so it's a little bit of a surprise to us.
Yeah, somewhat. Rod's been running better than I have this year. I've been kind of flat-footed as well, and this meet I got pretty charged for, so that made the difference. I think Rod had some problems over one of the hurdles. He slipped.
What about these conditions? They aren't exactly conducive for great...
Not fantastic, but there's enough energy here that it doesn't matter that much.
How do you feel about your energy level for the intermediates?
It's going to have to be really high. To place, to even score, I'll have to PR by long ways. So I'll be up for it.
Oh, you get warmed up for that. Thanks a lot, Pat.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
Thank you very much. The time unofficial is 14 flat. They've given Jet third place, so that's a change in the standings. I should say the point totals now. So we'll go back and change that for you. I thought that Young and Young had both gotten third. Now you see the finish. You can see Jet, who did get up for third place by just barely a breath over Young. So it's going to be 6-3, the scoring in the 110. The 400 coming up next. We'll have Danny Everett, another one of those talented freshmen. There's the meet record. Goldston of UCLA set that in 81. We have Anthony Washington, Peter Howard, Kerry Threets, and Walt Jones, and no there's the lineup for the 400 meters. Lane 3 is Kerry Threets of California, Anthony Washington of UCLA. Danny Everett is running in lane 6. Howard of Cal running in lane 5, and Jones of Cal running in lane 7.
Tom, the race here is in lanes 5 and 6. Peter Howard for the Washington State Cougars, a terrific runner. Here's Peter Howard right here. Howard also ran on the 4x100 relay for Cal. Howard's 22, 5'11", 160 pounds, a senior from Denver, Colorado. He's the Cal record holder at 400 meters. Last year, he ran 45.46.
400 meters, that's once around the track, of course. It's a 400-meter track here at Drake Stadium.
We're getting ready now for the men's 400 meters. Well, of course, it's the men's 400 meters. The women are not competing.
Tom, the runner in lane 3 is also very interesting. Kerry Threets. He just got his eligibility at the University of California. He's a transfer from Arizona State, where as a freshman he was a starting cornerback. He's about 6'2", about 210 pounds. An excellent athlete. He'll be playing football for Cal next year. That's Kerry Threets in lane 2. 4 and 5, Everett and Peter Howard.
There have been a lot of lane changes here, and we'll give them to you again. In lane 2 is Walt Jones. In lane 6, lane 3 is Kerry Threets from California. In lane 4, Danny Everett. In lane 5, Peter Howard. Lane 6 is Anthony Washington. Lane 7.
Peter Howard's out very well at this point. Peter Howard's leading the race right now. Danny Everett in second place, but Everett's moving on him. Everett's running very well. Halfway through the race, Danny Everett's making his move on the turn.
Peter Howard still leading, and it looks like a two-man battle to the wire. Howard on the outside, Everett on the inside as they come to the stretch, and now Everett pulling away from Howard.
This could be one of the great 400-meter runners in the world. Danny Everett, a man who could be an Olympic medalist in 1988. Look at Danny Everett pull in there ahead of
Wins
Peter
it
Howard.
easily, and coming up, the Bruins taking third as well. So Howard will finish second, Everett will win it.
Anthony Washington up for third place for UCLA.
And unofficially the time, 45 and 4. That's unofficially the time, 45-4 under extremely difficult conditions with the rain coming down. Very, very fast time. And the winner was Everett. And he and Howard had quite a battle, as you see it here, and you can see Everett eventually just taking the lead and going away. That's Everett coming up the right side of your screen, and he's advancing on Howard, and in about 3 more strides he goes by him, and Howard never could catch him.
A very, very smart race by Danny Everett. He's coached by John Smith, who still holds the world record at 440 yards. John Smith doing a terrific job with these young men. Danny Everett running a very, very smart race, running a John Smith race. He let Howard go out. He made his move at just the right time. He ran 2 even legs. He didn't go out too fast. And that time, 45-4, was it, Tom?
Yes, 45-4 unofficially.
That is an outstanding time this early in the season, especially under these conditions. Danny Everett really has a future in front of him.
And the Bruins are going to run 1 and 3 with Anthony Washington coming up for third place. Howard taking second. You can see Howard trying to catch Everett, but just no way. And on the outside of your screen to the left, that's Washington coming up. He'll take third place.